This Indian Grandmaster is a coach, he is an author, and he was also the league commissioner of the Indian Chess.com League. I'm talking about India's 44th Grandmaster Priyadharshan Kannappan. He's especially good with simple piece maneuvers. And you will know what I mean when I show these examples. Let's get started with the first one. This is the position where Priyadarshan Kannappan was black against Alexander Fier, and here his opponent played pawn to f3. And if you look at this position, he is a pawn down right now. White is a pawn up, you can see 5 pawns, but he started his magic. Pause here if you want to and see if you can find the best move for black. I think this was a critical moment where the tide changed and Priyadarshan got a great advantage after bishop b3, which I would call a good move, because rook d2 makes the life difficult. If white goes rook d2, in this position there is rook a1 check, the king has no square, so the bishop has to intervene, and then after bishop a2 the bishop is lost. So after bishop b3, bishop c2, Priyadarshan had prepared rook check followed by rook d8 check and then bishop c4 check. What is unique about this endgame is that Priyadarshan creates a zugzwang situation, which is very rare, but yeah, he gets zugzwang. After bishop d3, rook d1, he is an exchange up, but after some moves you can see that there will be a zugzwang. He's just waiting with rook a1 and then he's just waiting with king g8, and then he'll come to f8 as you can see, and then he's just waiting with knight g8 because there are no moves for white. This bishop cannot move. If the bishop moves, let's say, to f2, then immediately rook g1 falls. And of course these are the pawn moves left, and that's what Priyadarshan's opponent Alexander Fier does. He plays f6 and gives up the pawn, then knight takes f6, he gives up another pawn. Even moving this bishop, let's say, to b5 doesn't help because the knight comes to d5. So then this game was a win for Priyadarshan. It's a very nice game against against Alexander in 2018. Next, I have another example. This was sent by Priyadarshan. So special thanks to him for sending his games to us. Here his opponent played knight to c2, and after knight c6, Zerbuk Yaroslav played a4. And in this moment, Priyadarshan found the best move in the position. And I think this is one of the strengths of Priyadarshan, that he can immediately spot possible piece maneuvers to increase his advantage, and he immediately spots that the b3 pawn is a soft target and he wants to put this knight on c5, and so he starts his maneuver with knight d8 followed by rook c7, vacating the c5 square for his knight, and you see, and that knight gets exchanged, so he brings another knight. You see, knight e8, knight e6, and then rook e2, and it's game over. Because now if rook e2, there is a tactic. It's a cheap tactic, black to play and win. And the answer is a knight takes e4. Thanks to the spin and this spin, the pawn on f3 cannot capture the knight. That was another great win. There's another game that was sent by Priyadarshan. It is his game against Trof Kaiden. This happened in 2014. Interestingly, c4, which is trending these days, Priyadarshan played this way back in 2014, and yeah, he got a great position out of the opening. I would like to start showing you from this moment. After rook e1, white is slightly better, but the way Priyadarshan plays the remaining portion of the game, it feels as if white has a big advantage, and he made it look so simple. Very good technique, again great piece maneuvers in the game. You can see that he exchanges the queens and then brings the king into the game, and you can see all black's pieces are passive, white's pieces are dominant, and he doesn't give any chance to his opponent. I think this is one of the great traits of a grandmaster, that they don't usually give any chances to their opponents once they have a great edge. Just this is a great squeeze. It's just over. White is winning. Active king, active knight, active rook. I think going through games like this will also give you a flavor of how to tackle such positions where you are better, but how do we proceed from there. I think this is a great example. Just expand on the side where you have space, and then target the weakness. Now the second weakness here on g6, and then it his opponent just collapsed. So the game went for a few moves, but eventually Priyadarshan won with this nice tactic, knight into c6. This was the first weakness, and he clinched that. So yeah, Priyadarshan played on both the sides, and he won this game. Now I'll give you a little bit about, give you an idea about Priyadarshan as a player and person. He started chess at the age of 6.5, and it was his elder brother K. Prasanna, who was also a federated player by then and was also learning the game. So he started playing chess at home, and he was put under a coach by his parents. His initial coaches were Mr. Dhanasekaran Suresh and Mr. Thirunagalingam and Mr. Rangaranjan. His best chess accomplishments include winning the Chicago Open 2014, New York International 2016, St. Louis Autumn Invitational 2016, as well as the Northeastern GM Invitational in 2018. He has won 11 international medals for India in various age category events. Bishop is his favorite chess piece, and he's also an author, as I mentioned. So he's written a book called Modernized Berlin Wall. I think you should definitely check it out. And Royal Opus Berlin is his favorite opening. He has some 3-4 non-chess books that he likes: Ponniyin Selvan, Bad Blood, The Hard Things About Hard Things, and Sapiens. These are his favorite non-chess books, and his favorite shows are Office, Psych, Scrubs, and The Crazy Ones. And I asked him if he has any lessons to pass on based on his chess experiences. I asked him what's the biggest lesson he has learned through chess or life, and this was his reply: that chess has taught me to be objective about life and how you have to play the long game for success and not look for shortcuts. And he says that he's looked up to Mr. Vishwanathan Anand as he grew up as a chess player, and he also looks up to his mentor Suzanne Polgar on balancing chess and other life interests to achieve excellence. Outside of the chess world, Priyadarshan looks up to many business icons who have built world-class brands from India. For example, Mr. Sridhar Vembu, Mr. Baiju's Ravindran, and Mr. Girish Mathrubhutam, and globally Mr. Peter Thiel and Mr. Tony Sai. And for the last 2-3 years, he has been spending all his energy on and is focusing on building Chess Gaja. That's his academy. You can go to chessgaja.com if you are interested to take coaching from him. So chessgaja.com is a website, and you can take lessons from Priyadarshan and his team by visiting that site. And he wants to make Chess Gaja as an online chess learning edtech startup. And this is his birthday today. So fabulous birthday to India's 44th Grandmaster Priyadharshan Kannappan. And Priyadarshan, thank you for answering all our questions and sending your games. And I hope that you will continue doing great work. We wish you all the best in all your future endeavors. And dear viewers, do hit the like button and do subscribe to our channel. Show some love to our Indian Grandmaster Priyadarshan. Do follow him on Twitter. Priyadarshan is also on Twitter, and you can also follow their Chess Gaja website. Priyadarshan runs that along with his team. And that's all from my side. December is a great month for Indian Grandmaster birthdays, and we're starting with the first of the month, December 1, Priyadarshan. That's all from my side. I'll be back with another video soon. Until then, take care. Bye bye.